The House will be in order. To Clause 1 of Rule 1, the journal stands approved. For what purpose does the gentleman from Ohio seek recognition?
Gentleman is recognized.
Mr. Speaker, today nearly half of servicewomen no longer have access to abortion care. Many live hundreds of miles from the nearest provider. Access to abortion should not depend on where someone lives or where they are stationed. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin rightly noted that the Dobbs decision would, quote, would interfere with the U.S. military's ability to recruit, retain, and maintain the readiness of a highly qualified force, unquote, and announced earlier this year that the DoD would cover travel and lodging expenses for servicewomen and military family members forced to travel for health care. But the colleagues on the other side of the aisle would see that this policy is overturned. Now, I have voted for the NDAA every year that I have served in Congress, but I cannot in good conscience vote for this legislation in its current form.
Gentleman from Alabama is recognized.
You're literally putting the lives of our service members in danger by saying, this is concretely what you are saying, units need to look a certain way by color. And I just posed this quick question. I don't know how much time I have remaining, but I'll bet you all over there can't tell me what my background is. Am I part black, part brown, part white? What am I? I'd yield time to you for a colloquy if you want to answer that. What am I?
To direct their comments to the chair.
Chair, I'll bet they can't tell me. I hear silence because they can't tell me, because you don't know what I am. You don't know that I'm half Mexican. You can't look at me and see that. But you believe that units should be made up of something that you can't see and that you can't ask about. Idiotic policy, dangerous for our service members, and they deserve better from the other side.
Gentleman from Indiana is recognized.
President Biden's executive orders have served as the catalyst for massive reforms at the Department of Defense that compromise national security to advance this climate fetish. The amendment that I offer would prohibit any of the funding in the National Defense Authorization Act, or that flows from that authorization, from being used to carry out President Biden's executive orders on climate change.
What purpose does the gentleman from Washington seek recognition?
If you believe, as the administration does, and as again, I don't know, 80% of the scientists believe, that climate change could destroy the frickin' planet, then it's worth saying that that's a national security threat, at least equivalent to China.
The question is on passage of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those opposed, please say no. In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it. The gentleman from Alabama, nays. The yeas and nays are requested. Those favoring a vote by the yeas and nays will rise. A sufficient number having risen, the yeas and nays are ordered. Members will record their vote by electronic device. This is a 5-minute vote. On this vote, the yeas are 219 and the nays are 210. The bill is passed without objection, and motion to reconsider this is laid on the table.
First of all, thank you for coming. I'm sorry to disappoint you. First and foremost, you put your politics aside and you focus on the military so war never becomes. That's what we did today in the NDAA. What the Democrats did was put their politics before the men and women who serve. They said no to a pay raise. They said no to an investment. They sent the wrong message to our adversaries around the world. read up on the bill. Don't just come ask me the day that it'll pass.